looks like more people won't be joining because it's a long weekend. We had around 7 registrations, but it looks like you're the only one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If other people join, I'll catch them up, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'll share my screen. So welcome to the cloud computing class of day 1. Before I get started, I'm gonna just explain who we are and why we're doing this. So we're a nonprofit company called Worthy Works, and our nonprofit includes several STEM and other courses and activities, mainly circling around coding and other tech-related areas. We take our knowledge and use it to show other kids out there that they can also learn and have fun while they're at it. I'm Arnav, and Sid and Devontra are out today, so I'll be the only one teaching. So throughout this course, you're just going to be learning the basics of cloud, how cloud works, how to start a machine, benefits of the cloud, things like that. So first, what is the cloud? The cloud is simply a system of online servers that can store on-demand data. So this data can be like code, game data, things like that. It's stored in an online server. And the server can be thought of as a powerful computer running a program which holds and manages data for multiple end users. And people who use the cloud are known as end users. And these users can access and share the data from anywhere in the world as long as they have a stable internet connection. Any questions so far? You could type it in the chat or, unmute. All right, I'm gonna move on. So devices. There are several devices, basic devices that you need to know that are in the cloud. First one is storage and data. So basically the cloud has multiple server sites and they have the ability to collect, store, and analyze any amount of data from anywhere in the world. This global infrastructure is known as region and availability zones. So basically, Amazon has multiple different server sites around the world. And even if your data let's say something happens to one server site, it gets destroyed, then your data is still backed up on other server sites. And the availability and region we're in right now is in Virginia. So that's the server that we're using. But in case that ever goes down, we'll be connected to another server nearby. Next, we have our virtual desktop and software platform. Cloud computing companies such as AWS host online servers. So these virtual desktops allow users to access the software from any device they have with an internet connection. So basically, as long as your device, such as like your computer, your laptop, it has an internet connection, you can access the cloud. Applications. Cloud computing companies offer multiple applications such as file storage, games, website creation, and blogs. So basically any type of data there is, whether it's any of these like website creation, blogs, all of this can be done in the cloud a lot easier than it would be to do it on your own. These are a few more devices. The end user, as I mentioned earlier, is the person accessing the data in the cloud. The mobile desktop devices. So data in the cloud can be accessed by any mobile device or desktop computer as long as it has an internet connection. So you can use your laptop, a computer, and the benefit with this is that it doesn't take a toll on your own machine because everything is running off a server. So let's say there's an update that needs to be done or something that needs to be run, your own personal machine won't be affected at all because it's all running on a server. And as I said earlier, a server is a computer program managing user access to a central resource or service in a network. The cloud can launch a virtual server using a tool such as Amazon Instance EC2. So this I'll go into in a few minutes, Amazon Instance EC2. These instances are basically things that you can run in the cloud. They're different machines. So benefits of the cloud. So The main benefit of the cloud is that it can be accessed by a wide range of people with a relatively low cost. So it can be accessed around the world. Your data is backed up, and the cost is very low and minimal as compared to if you were to buy your own high-end machine and have one in your house. And applications can be added and tested quickly. So basically agility. You want to be able to do things quickly instead of having to start like a website or something on your own. Applications are already pre-installed and just can be added and tested. And anything you create in the cloud can be shared easily and quickly to people anywhere in the world. And the cloud also automatically backs up your data and installs security updates to prevent data breaches to keep your information safe. So all these updates and data backing up, all of this is done without your machine being affected at all. It's all running off the server. All right. Are you with me so far? Um, could I get like a thumbs up or something in the chat so that I know you're there? Okay, got it. So now I'm going to move on to creating an AWS account. So what you're going to do first is type in AWS in your Google search bar. So just AWS and click the first link that appears. Next, what you're going to want to do is click create a free account. All right. So create a free account over here. And then for me, it appears like this because I've already have an account. But for you, it should show something like along the lines of this. It will probably ask you to enter your email and then verify it. It may ask for your password as like to create a password and confirm your password, but just put in whatever it asks for. I'm pretty sure it will ask for your email and verification. So once you put in your email, Amazon will send you a confirmation and you'll need to confirm that by putting in a code. So just let me know like if you received a confirmation email, and then I can move on to step 2. You can always share your screen if you have any trouble. So does it ask you to put in your email and then you have to verify it? Is that what it's showing you? You could like, all right. So have you verified it yet? Oh, you're signing up. Okay. So the sign up process is just gonna look like this. Um, you can click continue once you're done with step 1, once you put in like your password and the security check. So the security check is gonna look like this. You're just gonna need to enter the letters. And then you'll need your city, state, postal code, things like that. Um, you can share your screen to just let me see where you are. All right. So you can just say personal. Uh, yeah. You can put in your parents' phone number. Okay. Yeah. So you need to enter your credit card to basically Amazon just needs to verify your email. So it's just for security purposes that Amazon wants your credit card info. So like you'll have to ask like your dad or mom to put in their credit card. It won't be charged at all. And I'll make sure to like have you terminate all your instances that we create so it won't get charged. Once you do that, you can move on to the next page and then share your screen because um, you know,
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾನೇನಾ? ಹಲೋ, ಹಾಯ್ Arnav. Hello, Arnav, can you able to hear me?
oh, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. This AWS one we need to install. For that we need to give the credit card information.
Yeah, that was written on the flyer that I sent out. But
Okay.
it won't be charged at all.
Okay. So without that can't we take the class?
Oh, like without the credit card?
Yes, information.
I can show him on my end, but then he won't be able to do it physically on his computer.
Okay, so everybody has to use the credit card and do the thing, right?
Yeah.
In order to install AWS in a system, no?
You don't install it in your system, it's always running off a browser, but you need that to be able to register.
Oh, okay. So one time if we give the information, it will be fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, just let me know when you're are you ready yet? Um, yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, you're gonna click basic support free and then click continue. Yeah, and now you're good. So just click go to the AWS Management Console. Hmm. Um, are you using, okay, okay, you'll need to sign in. You click root user. Just like retry the security check if it's like too hard to read. There's like a button there where you can reload it. Okay, Darshit, we are creating an account right now. Uh, you're a bit late, so I'll put the link to my slides in the chat, and you can follow the directions from there. Because I'll need to like keep moving. So, uh, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Um, but for now, you'll have to follow the slides. Yeah, I'll put a link. So here's a link. Um, by the way, you'll need a, I don't know if you saw on the flyer that I sent out, but you'll need a credit card number. So you can ask your parents for that. So that's during the sign up process. Okay, so Supreet, you can close that thing that just appeared. You can click like maybe later. And we can continue. So yeah, let me just share my screen again. So let me just sign in. Uh, all right. So Supreet, your screen should look something like this. You can ignore these recently visited because I've used this before, but you probably won't have much here. You'll have this on your home screen, right? Build a solution. So what the goal of this class is going to be is to launch an EC2 virtual machine. So basically what that is, is that, let me just go to my slides, right? I'll just basically explain the terminology before I get started. So an instance is an online server created from an Amazon machine image. Sorry, on which you can configure apps, operating systems, etc. So we're going to be configuring a basic version of Windows from 2019 on the cloud using a free tier EC2 instance. And there are a wide variety of instances, but they each differ in terms of power, use case, and network capabilities. We're going to be using a relatively low-end machine, low-end instance, because that's what's available with free tier. Um, so that's what we're going to be using to run. But a bit more information. So there are three types of instances. The first is a reserved instance. And a reserved instance is essentially like a beneficial discount billing option, and it allows users and businesses to only pay for specified amounts of usage. So it's essentially you reserve a time that you want your instance to be running, and then pay for the amount you use it. Instead of it running 24/7, you pay for a specified amount of usage. So the amount you use is the amount you pay for. A dedicated host instance is a server dedicated for one person or one company to utilize. So a lot of like companies, like maybe a bank, might want a dedicated host because they don't want like some data to be shared, right, to the public. So they'll want a dedicated host. And this instance runs forever, right? It's 24/7. And one second, I'm getting to the question in the chat. And a spot instance uses unused EC2 capacity to make it available for a cheaper price. So essentially, if a company like buys an EC2, a very powerful EC2 instance, right, but doesn't use all of the power available, another person can pay a very cheap price for the unused capacity and then have that EC2 instance. However, this is not always available on demand. Oh yeah, so if the meeting ends, you can rejoin using the link. It's a 40-minute limit. Because we're a nonprofit, we didn't pay for a complete, we didn't pay for an unlimited minutes. So just rejoin the Zoom meeting if the meeting ends. All right. So Priya, this is where you should be right now. All right. So what you're gonna do is click launch a virtual machine with EC2. Okay. And what you're gonna do is first name your instance. So you can name this like anything simple. I'm just gonna call it my server one. I probably already have my server, so I'm just gonna say my server one. Okay. You can name yours something like that as well. You can name yours anything actually, because you probably haven't created any previously. So just name it whatever you'd like. Are you on the same page as I am so far? Can you give me the link for, which link are you talking about in Darshi? The, um, yeah, but you'll need to create an account. So just type in AWS in like your Chrome search bar, and then it should be the first link that appears. And then from here, just click create a free account. For you, for me, it looks like this. For you, it'll look a little different like it does on my slides. But just follow the slides that I sent in the chat. All the information is there. Right now you can either watch over here. I would suggest like, if you can create your account quickly, then you could do that. Otherwise, you could just watch over here for now so that you don't fall behind. So you can just watch my screen share. So Supreet, does your screen look like this? All right. So once you've named your server, you're gonna need to select your operating system. We're gonna be using Windows by Microsoft, just so that it looks more familiar to you guys. Click confirm changes. Sorry about that. Okay, Darshit, if I can help you like after class, like after I finish this, I can help you set up everything. It's just that you joined a little late, so I can't really go back right now. But you can try creating your account using the slides that I have. But for now, this is what your screen should look like. You should have your name, my server one, and then Windows is your operating system. You can leave everything else the same. We're using a 2019 Windows machine. This is free tier eligible. Make sure it says this. We're going to be using the T2 Micro. This is one of the low-end machines on AWS. So we're going to be using this. And then we're going to need to create a key pair. So a key pair allows us, it's just a security thing that AWS needs so that you can access your machine from your computer. So we're going to need to create a new key pair. Click this button. All right. Name your key pair. I'll call it my key pair 2. All right. And make sure your format is .pen. Okay. So does it look like this? All right. Perfect. And then click create key pair. This will download this file onto your computer. Okay, it'll be in your download section of your file explorer. Your file explorer is here. Go to your downloads, and then here is your my key pair too. All right. So this is what you should have in your downloads folder. Then you can leave everything else pretty much default. Your network settings, storage, everything is left default here. And then you can click launch instance. This may take a while, but here, as you can see, mine has successfully initiated. Let me know, Supriya, if yours is like this, and then you can click view all instances. Okay, done, perfect. And click view all instances. So here, I have something, my server one, right? This is what I just created. As you can see here, the instance state is now running. It might be pending for you if it's still loading, but mine is currently running. And then the status check, this will be passed in a few minutes. It takes a while, but now you should be able to see your server over here. All right. So then does your screen look like that? Oh, yeah, the status check will look blank, so then that's okay. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is check this box on the side of your server, right? Check this, it should be highlighted in blue. And then we're gonna click connect up here, okay? There's a button up here, you can click connect. Then it'll actually give you an error. It'll say we weren't able to connect to your instance. All right, but this is with session manager. We want to go to remote desktop protocol. So this essentially downloads a executable file onto your computer, right? This downloads the remote desktop file, and then you'll be able to run this to host a machine off your computer. So once you're in this box over here, RDP client, click download remote desktop file. This will download another file onto your computer. It'll say my server one. This is what I named mine. So it's gonna have this and then .rdp. This will also be in your downloads folder. As you can see over here, my server one. All right. The meeting is about to end. So once it ends, just remember to reach